Salute and welcome. It's Wednesday, pretty gloomy day. Weather hadn't been good this week. Probably won't really warm up until the end of the month, but so much for the weather report. Welcome to the Frank Beck Chevrolet Studio Annex, folks. This is Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm Rick Arsenal. If you haven't done so yet, you know the drill. Please get down there in the corner and smash that like and subscribe button. You'll never know how thankful I am to you for doing that. Okay. Tigers won another series today, beating a very good St. Louis Cardinal team in St. Louis. Won the 3-game series, 2-1. I still think, what is that now? Of the 16 series that the Tigers have played this year, I believe it's 16 series. They have won 12 at the 16, I think. Let's even go around and think what series they've lost. Of course, they lost the opening series. They got swept in LA by the Dodgers. And they have lost 3 other series, and I am trying to get them up in the old noggin right now. I think they lost 2 out of 3 in Milwaukee. They lost 2 out of 3 in Houston. And they lost 2 out of 3 at home to Texas. And I think those are the 4 series. I think those are the 4 series that they've lost. So, get to the Tigers here in just a minute. Let's do this commercial first for the good folks at Frank Beck Chevrolet. 0% financing is back at Frank Beck Chevrolet. Now through the end of the month, now through the end of May, you get 0% for 48 months on 5.3 liter or TurboMax Chevrolet Silverados. Plus, an additional $3,500 in total cash allowance. Now, the all-new Equinox is available at 2.9% financing with no payments for the first 90 days or 1.9% financing on 2020. It's easy for me to say 2025 Blazers. Check out the great selection of pre-owned vehicles, all priced to move. And if you're planning on driving on vacation this summer, let the pros in the service department double check your vehicle to make sure you're ready to go. It's a good idea before you plan any summer trip, any lengthy summer trip. Get the car in there and make sure you're good to go for the road so you don't have any problems once you're out there. That's great advice. Get in there and do just that. Frank Beck Chevrolet at M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville, or on the web at frankbeckchevy.com. Let them help you experience the Frank Beck difference. Chevrolet together, let's drive. Chevy Drive, Southern Michigan. And of course, Frank Beck Chevrolet is indeed the #1 Chevrolet dealer in our tri-state area. We're also brought to you in part, by Barrett Insurance in downtown Jonesville on the corner of US 12 and M99. Protecting your dreams, that's barrettins.com. Barrett Insurance, 517-849-1000. On the corner, as I said, on the corner of M99 and US 12 in downtown Jonesville. barrettins.com. 517-849-1000. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. Before we get into baseball, a little bit of football, this isn't going to take too long today. We'll kind of review the Tiger game that ended about an hour ago. NBA, get you caught up on what's going on in the playoffs, NBA and NHL. Game 1 of the Eastern Finals of the NBA gets underway tonight at Madison Square Garden with the Pacers taking on the Knicks. And last night in Game 1 of the Western Finals, the OKC Thunder had a relatively easy time with the Minnesota Timberwolves, beating them 114-88. Game 2 will be tomorrow night, so the Thunder have a 1-game-to-none lead in that series right now. Looking at the NHL, the Western Finals will get underway tonight with Edmonton at Dallas. And last night, the Panthers beat the Thunder 5-2 to take a 1-game-to-none lead in that series. I mentioned her earlier in the week or on the last show. Apparently, as per his publicist, Aaron Rodgers, at some point in the very near future, is going to be signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Uh, Apparently, that's where he wants to finish his career. This looks like, for all practical purposes, that this will be uh, his last season for the future Hall of Famer. The Lion preseason schedule has come out. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Tigers won today 5-1. I think the most encouraging thing about today was the fact that it was a bullpen day. And once again, chaos is a very good thing. Let me go over this line score just a little bit today. Right now, the Tigers are 33-17. 33-17. This is their high for the year. 16 games over 500. Game number 50 today. Game number 50. So that means we're 4 games away from the season being 1/3 over. 54 games times 3 is 162. So, and look, at some point the Tigers are going to hit a bit of a valley this year. At this current rate, they won 108 games. They're not going to win 100 games. I think somewhere in the low to mid 90s, probably. I had a pick when the season started. Before the season started, I had a pick to win 88 games. And no one saw this coming. No one. And as I mentioned before, enjoy the ride, folks. Enjoy the ride, because we'll never see this again. Tigers being World Series contenders and the Lions being Super Bowl contenders in the same year. This doesn't happen very long. This is a once in a lifetime season for both teams. So, hey, just hop on and enjoy the ride. That's all I can tell you. Looking, what did I do? Miss it here? They might get this up again. I wanted to. I wanted to get the line score up on the game today, the box score, to go over it with you. It's going to take a second to get this. I thought I had it already on my phone here, but it's gone. Come on. There we go. For the Tigers, 5 runs, 7 hits, no error. Cardinals, 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors. Chase Lee got the win today, deservedly so. He pitched 2 scoreless innings. He was very good. The hitting stars, let's see here. Torkelson, 2 for 2. He's batting 250 now. Riley Green had a hit. He's batting 287. Carpenter still hitting 278, although he didn't get a hit today. Gleyber Torres at 281. Riley Green had a hit today, batting 287. Dylan Dingler, 2 more hits today. He's batting 300. Javi Baez with a hit today and an RBI. He's batting 285. So up and down the lineup. And so far, the name of the game has been consistency. What am I encouraged about more today than anything else was what the bullpen did. Brad Herter gave up the lone run, but he did strike out too. I guess that was a home run. I guess he gave up just 1 run in 3 innings of work. Chase Lee, who got the win, came in, pitched 2 clean innings, no hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Sean Gunther gave him 2/3 of an inning. Hannafy came in with another 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, no walks, a strikeout. Tyler Holton, who has been struggling, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, no walks, and a strikeout. And then, to me, the most encouraging thing today, Will Brisky pitched the last 2 innings, no hits, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. He was very good. If they can get Brisky and Tyler Holton back on track, watch out. I know the trade deadline is 10 weeks away yet, but right now, if you were to ask me what they're going to do with the trade deadline, I would say they need help in the bullpen. Yeah, because got to remember, Veerling is close to coming back this weekend, as is Parker Meadows, as is Casey Mize. I don't know where Winslow Perez is at right now, but I think he's getting close too. But be great to have those guys back. We could see it's possible against the Guardians this weekend. You could see Flaherty, Job, Mize, and Skubal. That's pretty strong. I think the Indians are going to go with Tanner Bybee tomorrow night. He's probably their best pitcher, but that's not really saying a whole lot. Indians lost the first game of their, if you call it a doubleheader, they're playing today. The game was suspended Monday night because of rain. They didn't play last night, so they picked that game up where they left off. And the Twins won that first game. Where are we here? 6-5. Yeah. The Twins, now the phone's acting up again. This is what happens when you, Twins got a run at the bottom of the ninth to win that suspended game 6-5. Kansas City, I don't know what happened to the Giants. Maybe we're catching them at the right time. So the top of the sixth inning, and the Royals have an 8-2 lead over them. They're in the top of the sixth, too, in Minneapolis, that second game. Twins have a 1-0 lead over the Guardians. If the Guardians lose that will be their sixth straight loss, I believe. Let's see, one game to they got swept by Cincinnati. They lost one game to Milwaukee. That's 4, 5, 6. That'll be six straight. They will come to Comerica Park tomorrow night on a 6-game losing streak. You kind of knew with the that one stat that we keep talking about all the time too, run differential. With the Indians having a minus run differential as much as it was, you kind of wondered if that was going to be sustainable or not. And that run differential was saying no, and maybe that's what we're looking at right now. Anyway, 3-13. The way the schedule was set up for the Tigers, 13. I wanted to wait until the next 13 games were played. The 3 against St. Louis, they just won that series. Cardinals are a good team. 4 against the Guardians, who still have the winning record, albeit I think it's just 2 or 3 games over 500 now, but they have lost 6 in a row. And then after that, they got the Giants coming in here, who have slipped a bit for 3 coming to Comerica before they head back out on the road next weekend to Kansas City. I was going to wait till those, they got the next 10 games yet before I really said a whole lot about whether or not I thought this was sustainable, what they're doing. Look, it is sustainable. Of course it is. They're a very good team right now. I don't think they're the best team in baseball. I think that's still the Dodgers and the Yankees, but we'll see. It's been fun so far. Just like I said, enjoy the ride. Hop on and enjoy the ride, because what we're seeing right now just isn't going to happen very often. As I said, the pitching is set up. Next 4 games against the Guardians, it's going to be Flaherty, Joel, hopefully Mize, and then Skubal on Sunday. 2, don't forget, too, though, it's good to have Jake Rogers back. And he caught Skubal last night, but I would still think, because he's hitting 300 with power, I would still think that Dylan Digler has to get the majority of starts behind the plate. That just makes sense. And I'm sure A.J. Hinch and his coaching staff are thinking the same thing. I think the majority of the time behind home plate will be Dylan Digler. Rogers may play twice a week, maybe, but I wouldn't catch him any more than that. As long as Dylan Digler's hot and hitting a lot better right now, you can't keep him out of the lineup. Maybe we could talk about that Saturday morning with Andy and Chet. Anyway, Tigers win another series. As I said, that's the 12th out of 16 series that they won this year. So kudos to them. Uh, and like I said, the most encouraging thing was the way the bullpen pitched today. Uh, you got to be happy as they head home for 7 games, four with Cleveland, and 3 with San Francisco. So, uh, yeah, life is good, right? Okay. Before we get to the Lions, as you saw in the headlines, let's do this for Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale. 37 Walford Street, 517-610-5372 for all your technical needs, sales, service, whatever your issues are. Get in there and talk to them. Tim Lindley, Lendley, and his staff pretty much have a solution for whatever your issue is. Computers, new or used, flat screen TV, mounting, programming, setup. Maybe you're changing internet providers, you need that installed. Printers, new or used, anything at all. Get in there and let them. They are more than capable. These are the only people to see in our area for any tech issues you have. Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale. As I've said many times before, directly across the street from Fat Jack's Automotive, about 100 yards west of Howell Street. Get in there and see them one more time, 517-610-5372, or better still, please get in there and see them. Tell them Miggy and Miggy sent you, will you please? Thank you very much. As you saw in the headlines, the Lions' proposal to rework the playoff seating the way it is now has been ditched. They have withdrawn that proposal. Why? Because it didn't have any legs and it wasn't going to pass, at least not this year. And what am I talking about here? Well, when you win the division in the NFL, when you win a division, your reward for winning the division is you automatically get a home game. The Lions didn't think that was fair, and it really isn't. You could have a team with a more wins or a better record than the team that won the division as a wild card team, getting a lower seed and not getting a home game in the playoffs. I think the league, when they go to 18 games, in another year or two, I think the league will go back and look at this again. But right now, they still have to put a high relevance or a high premium on winning your division. Your reward for winning the division right now is you're guaranteed at least one home game. And that's the way it's going to be for the next couple of years. Is it fair? I don't know. Probably not. But who said life is fair, right? Like I said, the next couple of years when they go to 18 games, I think they may go in and look at it again, take a serious look at changing it. But for right now, it's not going to change. That's simply the way it's going to be. If you win your division, you automatically get at least one home game in the playoffs. And as I said, even if the team that won the division has less wins than a lower seeded team, that's a wild card team. That's what it's going to have to be right now for the time being. But like I said, when they go to 18 games, and they will go to 18 games in the next couple of years, I think they'll go in and look at that and take a serious look at maybe possibly changing that. No. Anyway, as you saw the headline, or maybe you didn't see the headline. No, that wasn't the headline. I just talked about that. One last thing here before we go. If you haven't seen the Lions preseason schedule is out now. Of course, as you know, they play 4 this year. Lions play 4 preseason games this year. That, as you know, they open the season Thursday night, July the 31st, in the Hall of Fame game in Canton, playing the LA Chargers. Second game of the year, August the 8th, 7 o'clock start. The Lions will be playing in Atlanta, playing the Falcons. And then the next 2 games will be home games on August the 6th. I believe these are Saturdays. They are Saturday, August 6th. I'm sorry, not Saturday, August the 6th. August the 16th. I can't read my own writing here. So they'll play the Falcons in Atlanta on August the 8th. That's a 7 o'clock start. Saturday, August the 16th, they'll play the Dolphins at Ford Field. That's a 1 o'clock start. And then Saturday, the following Saturday on August 23rd, the Houston Texans will come to Ford Field for a 1 o'clock game. These last three games on August the 8th, August the 16th, and August 23rd will all be on the Lions network. You'll be able to see them on Fox 47. And that July 31st Hall of Fame game, I think I told you, is 8 o'clock on NBC with Tirico and Collinsworth. Okay, I think I've talked enough. There. That's it for now. I'll talk to you all again on Friday. Don't forget Saturday morning from 9 to 10 here locally on WCSR 92.1 FM with Time Out with Eddie Brown and Jed. And as I said, we will talk to you all again on Friday. So, as usual, thank you so much for watching and listening. I really appreciate it. And I hope you heard this show tonight. As you know, we've had some problems here earlier in the week, but I hope you can hear me tonight. So until Friday, like I said, thanks so much for watching and listening. Remember, please treat each other with respect. Have a good rest of your evening, and don't worry, it's going to warm up eventually. So thanks so much for watching, listening. Have a good rest of your evening, and go Tigers.